What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jared's Rants and Reviews, and I got something very special for you guys tonight. Yes, we are doing a double feature, all right? We're gonna have a rant and a review. Now, I'm not gonna tell you which one's which. I'll let you guys be the judge on that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this whole thing started with Becky. Now, I saw that this weekend. This is a brand new movie. It's only available to rent. I rented it on what did I rent it off of? Google Movies. I'm sure you can find it in maybe a couple other streaming services. But yeah, it's only available for rent to stream right now. And it just came out this previous weekend. And I gotta say, it was a fun time. It was a good time. It's a home intrusion movie. And basically what the story is, it's about this 12 to 13-year-old girl named Becky. And her mom gets cancer and passes away. I'm not giving anything away, by the way. No spoilers here. She passes away, and this is at the beginning of the movie. So her dad, to kind of get their minds right again or to push them forward with their lives, he decides to take them on a little vacation, and they go back to her hometown. After her mom died, they moved away to the big city, and now they're going back to a more rural community, back where they lived when her mom was still alive. And they go back to the same house. And so they have a big weekend planned. Little does Becky know that things are going to get a little complicated, not just with what happens, but her dad wants to introduce her to the girlfriend slash would-be fiance. And as you can expect, for a 12 or 13-year-old girl, that does not go over very well at all, especially since she loved her mom very much. She goes ballistic and goes off to her little hiding spot that she's got at this old house of theirs. And meanwhile, over here at this big prison facility, these guys break out. They're kind of these. They're like neo-Nazis, basically. They break free in a prison transfer, and three of them. There's four guys. They break out, and like I said, they're these neo-Nazi characters. They're looking for something, so they go back to this house, and this is the same house where Becky and her dad's fiance are spending the weekend. And they're looking for something. Like I said, there's a MacGuffin in all this. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you when it happens or whatever. But these neo-Nazis decide to, get in there. They don't technically break down the door, but they talk their way into the house. And before you know it, they've got the whole family under hostage, except for Becky. Becky is still off moping around in her little fort. Now, Becky finally realizes what's going on, and this is where things get a little more interesting than your average home invasion movie. This is where it becomes Home Alone if Kevin McAllister was a psychopath, or if Home Alone was rated R. This is what it would be like, because Becky, instead of giving up what the guys want, because she has what the guys are looking for, and instead of giving it over and saving her family, she has got another agenda on her hands here. And she decides to fight back. And yes, it's very, very Home Alone-ish in the way that she does these things. But I'll tell you what, when she does these things, it's graphic. When this movie has a kill in it or somebody dies, it's graphic. And it's where you start getting interested again. I'm not gonna lie, this movie was very, very at the beginning it's very, very hard to get into, because it unfortunately feels like the trappings of a home invasion movie that you've seen already. And it doesn't start hitting you how different this is than most home invasion movies until Becky starts getting her revenge on. And yeah, when that happens, then you're like, whoa, okay, now we're getting into some crazy territory. Now, the girl who plays Becky did an amazing job. I forget her name for the likes of me. I'll have to look it up. But she did an amazing job. And Kevin James is in this movie. And guess what? He plays the leader of the neo-Nazis, of the bad guys. And he does a really good job. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge fan. When a comedian wants to break away from his comedic roots to do something different, like a serious drama, or in this case, a horror movie, you usually see really astounding results. And James, he did a great job. He did a really, really good job. In my opinion, he didn't quite go far enough, but it was incredibly refreshing to see him take on a character that wasn't his King of Queens character or somebody hanging out with Adam Sandler or, you know. Yeah, he did a really good job. But if he had pushed it a little further, maybe gone a little bit more eccentric and wacky and crazy, maybe it would come off as a little bit, he'd be a little bit more charismatic and a little bit more unpredictable, because he felt very predictable in this movie. But that aside, the predictability aside, he did a really good job. Kevin James did a great job, and I want to see him do more movies like this. Not necessarily horror, but let's do a drama or something still that's not comedy. You know what I mean? Yeah, he did a fantastic job, and it was really fun to watch. Like, if he had just pumped it up a notch or two, it could have been something truly amazing. But it was great. What we got was really, really good. And at the end of it all, when it was all said and done, I really had a good time with this movie. It's not something I would rush out to buy. It's probably something I'm going to add to my collection eventually, but I'm not in a hurry to buy it. It's not something life-changing. Because it's got the trappings of a home invasion movie, I kind of think, you know, it's a really hard movie to place because I liked it, but I still felt slightly bored by it. And when it was all said and done, I kind of felt there were certain things that weren't answered that I really wanted answered. And yeah, them being ambiguous about it really didn't help. But like I said, it's a fun time. If you're looking for something different, if you want something fun to watch, a good horror movie / home invasion movie, this is the way to go. Becky is, again, out now for rent on your streaming services. Go find it. It's worth a rental. Definitely worth a rental. I was able to rent it for about $6.99. But yeah, check it out. Check it out now. It is out now. All right, guys. So let's move on to our second feature, shall we? My name is Jared, and I do movie reviews. And sometimes the movies I review turn out to be utter crap. But still, I give it its due. So you don't make the same mistake as I did. That's right, the movie I'm talking about is Cats. That's right, guys. We're talking about Cats. I cannot believe I would ever see this movie. I can. Jellicle cat, I'm a jellicle kitty. Meow. All right, let's back it up a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you guys. I love musicals, love them. I love Sweeney Todd. I love Across the Universe. I love Moulin Rouge. I'm a big musical buff. I love them. So whenever I get an opportunity to see a really good musical, I jump on it. And, you know, Cats was something that had been out there for a while, you know, out on Broadway and all that stuff. And people talk about it. I still hear talks about it on Broadway, about how amazing it was, how fun it was, how, you know, memorable it is. And, yeah, I'm going to be honest. This movie should have been left in Broadway. Yeah. Yeah, this movie was bad, guys. I saw Cats. I didn't buy it, thank God. Oh my God, I came close because it was on sale. I was like, I'll just buy it and watch it because the rental and price of the movie to buy it, not very different. But I'm glad it's gone because by the time this gets on the internet, on YouTube, my rental will be up and it'll be out of my life forever. And this is the last time I'm going to talk about Cats. So I'm going to give you my thoughts and feelings on this god awful piece of Here it is. This movie was terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. I'm not going to lie. The first song that started, I instantly felt like I should have been drinking. Like, when that first song was over about the Jellicle cats, I'm a Jellicle cat, I'm a Jellicle cat, Jellicle, 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 Jellicle. No. Man, after that song was over, I instantly felt like I needed a shot or beer or something to make this movie a little less painful. But I didn't have anything. Plus, it was early in the morning and I didn't feel like it was the right time to be drinking. So I watched the whole damn thing sober. And yeah, after that first song was over, I put my head down and I said, oh my God, Jared, what the did you get yourself into? Why are you doing this to yourself, Jared? It was so bad. So bad. All right, we're going to go down this thing in parts. All right. The story was really bad. No, I've never seen the Broadway. I've never seen any of that garbage. So I have to imagine that this movie was never intended to be a movie. This story was meant to stay on Broadway, on the stage, where it belongs. And it really felt like that. It really showed throughout the entire movie. It just felt like, oh, that's a scene that should have been on Broadway. That scene should have been on the stage, you know, instead of the big screen. And you know, the story is it's a bunch of cats who are coming together to go to this Jellicle ball to be selected and to ascend, essentially. Now, I don't know if that means that they're gonna die and be reincarnated or what. I don't even quite know what the hell a Jellicle cat is, but they're all coming together to do like a, you know, talent. It's not really a talent show, but it's kind of like a talent show. They all want to show how incredible they are and that how much they deserve to be elevated to the status of awesomeness and to become the chosen one. And that chosen one, once he is selected, he ascends to become whatever he wants to be. So that's in a nutshell what the movie is about. Now, the cast was incredible. They have an incredible cast. You got Taylor Swift, Rebel Wilson, you've got Idris Elba, you've got who else do you got? You've got Ian McKellen, you've got Judi Dench. It's a huge list of incredible people, incredibly talented people. And you say to yourself, how could this movie be bad with the star power like that? You know, you've got guys on this list, people on this list who are Academy Award winners. And I don't know if that made certain scenes that much more hilarious or just made them worse. I can't really decide on that. But anyways, yeah. So a star-studded cast, a terrible story. That's what we're looking at so far. Now let's go ahead and talk about special effects. All right, special effects. This was a CGI extravaganza. And you would think that a movie that's got that much CGI would go that extra length to make sure the CGI is good, at least good. Not great, not superb, but at the very least, good CGI. We got none of that. I can't honestly tell you that I saw a specific scene or any scene at all where the CGI was good. The tails, they all had CGI tails, CGI fur, CGI ears, CGI whiskers. You know, I'm pretty sure when they did the movie, everybody was walking around in blue or green gimp suits, walking around doing their parts on a green screen background. And I get that. That's what you have to do to make it look believable. But I think that is where the movie Cats needs to be presented on the stage rather than on the big screen, because you somehow buy it more on the stage. You're like, okay, they're not really cats. They're people pretending to be cats. I get it. But in Cats, the movie, they are supposed to be legit cats. And so I wanted to like this movie. I really did. I was like, it's a little weird and eccentric, but maybe I can dig that. I love cheese. I love good cheese. But I got no good cheese. I got bad cheese. It was terrible. It was so bad. The CG was just distracting. So distracting. Every time I was getting into it, I was like, oh God, there's that ear doing the ear thing, and then the hiss, and I'm like, oh my God, why are they doing that? It looks awful. It looks terrible. And it did. It was bad looking. They spent millions upon millions of dollars to make this movie great, and just were digging their grave deeper and deeper every time they spent some money on the CG. So yeah, I didn't even get a good CG film. You know what I mean? I can't say anything about the special effects. The backgrounds, the settings that they were singing on and dancing on looked like the backgrounds of a stage that you would have on Broadway in a big theater somewhere. And then that brought the question. I'm like, why in the hell isn't this on Broadway right now? Why am I watching it on this? They're going to spend the money. Give me some lifelike backgrounds instead of these weird backdrops that look like they were ripped straight out of the play. Anyways, moving on to the reason a musical is called a musical. The music and the dancing. Sure, we'll bring dancing into this category as well. All right. The music. Even the song Memory, which is supposedly the most memorable of all the songs in this, was quite forgettable. It wasn't good. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And then throughout the movie, you realize that every single song is about a particular name of a cat. And it was ridiculous. I mean, they didn't sing about anything other than themselves. You know, they would set up like Rum Tum. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. Once the movie was over, I pushed as much of it out of my memory as I could. So forgive me if I'm a little hazy on my cats right now. But yeah, every song essentially was them singing about their names and what they do and what the personalities are. And that was stupid to me. I'm like, this is stupid. Why? Why are you singing about this? Let's sing about what's so awesome about being a Jellicle cat, or let's sing about the Jellicle ball that's coming up, or about the Ascension, or anything like that, or about this bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because they did have Idris Elba played the bad guy, and for the life of me, I can't remember the damn name. I can't remember any of their stupid names, even though they sang about them at great length. My name is Jared, and I do movie reviews. Oh my God, it was so bad. I think I definitely laughed. I had to stop myself. I had to just stop, pause the movie, and have a good laugh, because there are certain parts where it's so damn funny. like Ian McKellen, the serious act. We're talking Gandalf, Magneto, a seriously awesome and classically trained actor of the screen and stage, licking a bowl. Licking a bowl of milk and making cat noises. I'm sorry, but that was the final nail in the coffin for me on this movie, because when you could take an actor of that caliber and drag him down to that level, yeah, this could have been a lot better. This whole movie should have been a lot better, but it wasn't. When it was all done, I was so glad for it to be done. I can't think of anything redeeming about this movie at all. At all. Wow. Yeah, it was bad. Real bad. Don't see this movie. Don't spend money on this movie. If you can get it, if you need to see it because you love the Broadway musical and you really just want to just see it to say you've seen it, borrow it from a friend who was stupid enough to buy it. Watch it and then chuck it at your friend and say, why the hell did you buy that? And then don't be his friend anymore. Because just don't. It's a terrible movie. It's a god-awful movie. I can't honestly say I have any other reason. I have no more reasons to give you guys for not picking this up. In fact, don't pick it up. Don't ever pick it up. Don't spend money on this thing. Don't watch it. You can go about your life never seeing it and be just fine. Oh my God. It was bad. It was really god-awful bad. If you want to watch it just for a couple of laughs, then get it out of your system and then chunk it. But don't buy the movie. Don't rent the movie, or I will hunt you down and just laugh at you. Because you just spent a crap ton of money on something that is stupid as hell. But anyways, that's Cats, guys. That's Cats. I'm gonna leave it at that. That was my rant. That was my honest to God rant. Yeah, I had fun doing this double feature, by the way. So if you guys, I want you guys to comment down below if you guys have any movies you recommend for me to watch and review, and I get an overwhelming amount of people saying, hey, you need to watch this, I will watch it and then I will do a review on it. But you know, again, I wanted to kind of be a resounding yes, you need to see this before I watch it. So yeah, without further ado, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around while I talk about okay movies and then just nonsensical crap. Thank you again so much for your time and watching my videos. This was Jared on Jared's Rants and Reviews, and if you haven't already, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit that bell for notifications, and yeah, I've got more stuff coming up for you. I'm in the process of playing The Last of Us Part 2, so definitely look forward to a review on that. I still have a Doom Eternal review that's coming your way, and I've got a crap ton of movies that I'm watching, and yeah, look forward to the next review coming very, very soon. And thank you so much. I love you guys. Y'all have a great night. Don't watch Cats. Please don't watch Cats. And y'all just have a great night, okay? Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Love you.